Hi guys, Karen here and welcome to part 5 of Project I Am. I've already put most of my photos, all of my photos I think, in the plastic sleeves. So I'm just creating a few filler cards and some journaling cards which I've filmed for you. I'm creating a card with just says happy with my girls and a couple of extra embellishments. It says I am, that's a Brad. A sticker, Brad sticker, and a flare and a couple of little hearts for this card. So it was quite a simple one, it's almost like a title card really for this section. We're just all sitting there in our robes, and here we are actually in the sauna. That's myself and my eldest daughter, and I've done a little journaling card here just to say what we're doing. I think it's fairly self-explanatory. So I'm getting steamy is what I've called it, and then I've just added a little bit of journaling to say that this is where we started the afternoon with this sauna, and we ended up a bit pink in the face. I was certainly very pink in the face afterwards. And then a couple of little embellishments, and I think at the bottom there's a little sticker saying surrounded by goodness, which I will add a little bit later on. I haven't added it yet, but I'll come back to doing that. And this is just a picture of all of us in our robes ready to go, and a little filler card there with the heart on. It was quite a simple one. I used a little bit of washi because I think I'd stuck something to it that had pulled off a bit of the card, so I put a bit of gold glitter washi and another bit at the bottom. And then I think I'm going to add a word from the sticker sheet, and the word is fabulous. And that's all I do on this one, nice and simple. And then on the other side, this is where I create the majority of my journaling. I use these 2 journaling cards. I'm just doing a few lines, and I'm just saying about how after that sauna we had pedicures, manicures and a massage. And while we were having our pedicures, we were brought canapes and champagne. And my youngest daughter in particular, who was only 15 at the time, got quite excited about this. It was a bit special. It was a really special occasion, so we let her have some champagne with us. And it made us feel very loved and looked after, having all these treats brought to us. And it was a really special afternoon. And at the end, we had our makeup done. And my oldest daughter said, well, now we've got made up, we're actually going to go out for a meal with Dad. And she'd even packed me a bag with my favourite dress and some shoes, and she'd really thought of everything. And that's what I've said in the card, that she thought of everything. And then we did go out for a meal afterwards when we'd had all our treats. And I'm just covering up that typewriter on that journaling card because it didn't really feel appropriate, and I thought a big heart seemed to work better. And I did punch out a couple of bits from the Brad's sheet. And then I added a little bit of washi at the bottom, a couple of sheets of washi, just saying XOXO, just to cover up that space at the bottom there. And I did pull out a punch, which I'm hoping will appear soon. I think I had to go back and add some extra bits afterwards. There we are. I punched out some wine glasses because I thought, well, I've had this punch for quite a while. I've never got a chance to use it, and I thought we had champagne. Let's have some gold glasses on the page, on the card. So that's what I've added there. And I've gone on to do a full 6x8 page with my husband and I arriving at the restaurant. And I've just embellished it with a few more bits from the I Am collection. It's just a picture of the 2 of us there. Not a lot of journaling, and there's lots of lovely words on the page behind us from the I Am sheet. So it just says all sorts of things about realising my potential and nice phrases, most of which of course are covered up by the embellishments. So I've just put feeling happy, I am happy, and then on the other side I had a couple of pictures of the girls taken on that evening at the restaurant, so I've added those. I'm just embellishing those with some of the decorative clips are going to make it onto here, and a few phrases that are from the cut apart sheets. So I keep trying different phrases. unstoppable. Yeah, some of them, they both are. Beautiful, simply amazing. And in the end, I use a couple of the some punched glitter hearts. First of all, I'm sticking them each of the pictures to a doily, and I've used a decorative clip with a heart on for each of them. Sticking that on. So I tried a variety of phrases and nothing seemed to quite work. I did mess about with this quite a while, but in the end I settled on a heart, a glitter heart against each photo, and the top one next to my eldest daughter says simply amazing, and the one next to my younger daughter says 100% original. I thought that was enough. I think I'll add a couple of more little glittery hearts, but that's quite enough on that page. They're not big pages, they don't need too much embellishment. There we are, it's done. And then I've just put beautiful in the middle, which put it between the two, because to me they're both beautiful. And I couldn't have put it against the other, not one and not the other. So, and I finally settle on another one of the glitter sticker brads on that space there. I've put a heart there for now, but I'd changed my mind. Get another one of those brads, and it's got lots of tiny hearts all over it, so I put that there, and that one is complete. And as I went to put it in the sleeve, I realised that the little decorative brad sticking out the top there, all you could see was the white backing, so I put another one to back against it, and I just cut off I cut off the clippy bits to stick it on, and then when I stuck on just the circle I thought it looked a bit odd, so I had to stick part of the clip back on to make it look like a paper clip, but it wouldn't sit in the right place without being stuck there. So yeah, I stuck that bit back on to make it look like a clip again. And I went back to the confetti chipboard sheet, and I thought I want to use the Celebrate Together on this page. Well, I picked out a little flower chipboard piece, and I thought that would pop just up there next to the decorative clip. And I've taken out this Celebrate Together, and I thought that would go better there. Well, I wanted to put that there. I thought it worked quite nicely, so I took off the loved clip, one of the decorative clips with the loved on it, which I'd put on the corner, and I've changed it for Celebrate Together, because that's what we're doing. We're celebrating together as a family, and I like that on there better. So that's now complete, and I can pop that in its plastic sleeve. There we are, all done. And then this is again a picture of me and my girls outside the restaurant. So I've actually going to use that filler card, or that journaling card, to put the name of the restaurant that we'd gone to. It's called The Plough. So I'm just using my tiny Tim Holtz tiny letters to make the name of the restaurant. I'm just using that template so I can make sure those two added together make 4x6, because one's a 4x4 card and the photograph is 3x4, so I had to make sure they overlapped enough and just to fit together into the 4x6 pocket. And I've popped that little feather there, little sticker feather, and another feather clip is going to pop in the top there, and a couple of other bits. There's a little die cut that I cut from the cut apart sheet called Loving Life. It was a square, and I've punched it into a heart. It just fits into that heart punch, and then another gold glitter heart as well is going to go on there. I'm just going to outline it first because it faded a little bit against the background, so it just needed a little outlining with my grey Zig pen. So I'll stick that in place and pop the heart, and then I've got another little brad. I've really made quite a hole in these sticker brads, and that one's got a butterfly on it, and I've just popped that on there. And then adding a couple of other little embellishments, another little heart and an enamel dot, just to round off, to finish off the name of the pub there that we went to. Pub restaurant. More of a restaurant than a pub, really. So that's that one. Oops, and that's the clip has just gone over the photo, so just putting that right. And then these are just photos of us in the pub or in the restaurant with our food and our yummy desserts. And now this is just the final backing page. There was no more photographs, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of some filler cards, really, using some of the cut aparts and a few embellishments. So I'm saying on this one it says, I am blessed, so happy, and then at the bottom, loved. I was feeling very loved that day. And then this one's got a heart punched out of it, so I stuck behind it another little card that had some words on it. So the words that show through are, today, this is life, and happy, show behind that heart. And then the bottom card, the 4x6, has just got a little photograph of me that I've just backed with some circular die cuts. I've cut out with the die cuts, with some dies, some circular scallop dies to go behind the photo. And it just says, this is me at 50. A lot of that card was already, those bits were already on there. I've just added a few little embellishments. And that's pretty much the end. I think there's going to be a last little embellishment going to be added at the top. And this is the final card in this set. So then there'll be a little flip through, which will come in a moment. So thank you for joining me, and I think there's only one more part to come of this project. I'm sure you'll be glad to see the back of it. I think I will be too. I'll be glad to get back to doing some 12x12s. But I'm determined to finish now that I've started and get this done, and then I can move on. I just put a few little embellishments from the this sheet of puffy stickers that were exclusive to the Hip Kip Club. I thought I'd use some of those little chevrons and some little asterisks just to kind of highlight the 50. And that's my final touch, I think, on there. So thank you for joining me, and if you feel like it, join me for part 6, and I promise that will be the end of it, and we'll go back to doing the 12x12s after that, and I think that'll be a relief to us all. Goodbye.